I want to dive into something that I've never really talked about on the show before, which is that I think a lot of people are missing the point when it comes to protesting corporations in general and the people who run them. So a lot of people who are very supportive of this show are also very supportive of the U.S. Uncut movement, and they were basically protesting corporations for tax evasion, but like legal tax evasion, where they were hiding their money overseas or things along those lines. And I just really never brought it up much, didn't talk about it. But I'm going to say something that may irritate those people who are supportive of the show, which is to say that I always thought that movement was kind of missing the point. Because to me, protesting a corporation who uses the U.S. tax code to avoid paying taxes is kind of like protesting a tailpipe or like protesting a light bulb for coming on when you should really be protesting the use of oil and the use of coal to generate electricity. You see where I'm going with this? Protesting a corporation that uses the laws that are in place is going after the symptoms when you need to be going after the cause. What Cenk from the Young Turks says regularly, which I wholeheartedly agree with, is that corporations are not immoral entities. They are amoral. They don't have the capacity to feel shame. They don't have the capacity to have any moral pressure put on them. So protesting them and people power against corporations has no effect whatsoever. The people who run corporations have the capacity to feel, a moral obligation in one way or another. But if they were to act on those morals that they have, the corporation would reject them. it would kick them out of their position of power, whatever it may be, and insert someone who is willing to do that work without the moral implications. So, and this is only in reference to corporations that are publicly traded, because something called fiduciary responsibility comes into play. So let's go back to the example of Steve Jobs, and let's say, okay, for the sake of argument, we'll say absolutely Apple uses foreign sweatshop labor to produce their products. Well, if they did not do that, then their shareholders would have the ability to sue the company for not maximizing profits in every way they could. And so, of course, my opinion is not that that's the system we have, and so that's okay. Clearly, it means the system is broken. And so protesting the symptoms doesn't do anything when what you need to be doing is going after the systemic problems. So that's why US Uncut didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but Occupy Wall Street does. And it's ringing a lot more true to me, because they seem to be going after completely upending the system.